YTBC, what's the deal? Now, first, let me give a shout out to all my KIWI fans that come and visit my channel, man, and show me support on my Joseph Parker videos, or just come for other videos. Iju Agano, Himi Ahio, different guys that's been in New Zealand, either from there or just train there. Shout out to all you guys, man. But now, I don't want Joseph Parker to leave New Zealand and forget his culture, his heritage, any of that. I want him to stay New Zealand. He's a Kiwi, you know what I mean? But, and some of you may not want to hear this because you want him home. He's an attraction, gets the country going. And I understand that, but I think he's going to have to either go to the UK or come to America. He's going to have to take his show on the road because, well, first, let me just read this article to you, okay? This is from stuff.co.nz. And this article was, let me see here, October 12, 2015. The title of the article is Heavyweight Opponents Duck for Cover as Joseph Parker Storms Glamour Division. All right? Now, let me go ahead and just read a little bit of this and I'm going to talk about it. Okay? So, it says, Stuart Duncan, who is the matchmaker for Parker's promoters, Duco Events. Okay, he went on to say in this article, he said, Shannon Briggs rejected a substantial offer to fight Joseph Parker. We also made a good offer to current IBF #1 Czar Glasgow for a bout with Parker before he was the IBF mandatory that was rejected. Now we know Glasgow fought Martin. Remember, this is October, okay, of last year. He also says, we have made a substantial offers to the management of Chris Arreola, Marius Wack, Erkin Tepper, Mark Demore, Suleiman Huamano. All offers were rejected. Now, Huamano has just came out, I believe, like a month or so ago, talking shit, trying to get a fight with Joseph Parker. When I brung that fight up, a lot of fans, a lot of Kiwi fans, they don't want to see that fight. All right. Then he goes on to say there was a $4 million offer made to the management of Lucas Brown that included a bout with Parker that was rejected. Now we got to remember, Hatton was managing Brown at that time. Brown wanted to fight, but Hatton didn't want it. Okay. Edmund Gerber was given a very good offer that was rejected. Arnold Jerichai, who was a 29-0 European champion, rejected a very good offer to fight Parker. All right, now all that sounds great, all that sounds good. Nobody wants to fight my man. Nobody wants to come to New Zealand and get that work. Nobody. Everybody's scared, right? But that's not worth anything. Nobody's going to crown you undisputed champion. Nobody's going to give you a belt. It doesn't mean anything. Now, like I've said before, when Stuart Duncan, I'm not saying he's lying or making up stories, but when he says that we've offered a substantial amount, that's all I always say. A substantial amount to me and Arnold Jerichai are going to be two different things. You know what I mean? Now, you might offer, and I'm not saying they offer these guys this exactly, but I mean, if you offer a guy $100,000, that may not be substantial to him. It may be to his Parker's promoters and his matchmaker, but to his opponent, it may be peanuts. Chris Arreola, I don't know how much they offered him, but he's going to want more than $100,000 or whatever they offered him. Because all these guys, I think, will be chomping at the bit to go fight him. Marius Wack, why would he be afraid to face Joseph Parker? I just think he needs to take the show on the road, man. I think he's a big fish in a very small pond, although a loving pond, and the people there love him, but it's going to have to come to America, man, and if he wants to expand his brand and go global with this, because just staying in New Zealand, you're not going to get nobody out there. They wanted the Charles Martin fight. Charles Martin actually offered Parker the fight before he offered it to Joshua, but they wasn't able to get enough money up, and the money he was asking for, Parker's team said that it was astronomical, but Joshua's team got it done, so they're not going to have the money to offer these guys, the real money to offer these top, these big names at heavyweight. I say Vegas, man, either Vegas or the UK, going to have to get it popping. Now, I know his trainer, they have their training camps out in Vegas sometimes, and I know Iju Agano goes out there and they have their camps out in Vegas, but He's gonna have to come to America. And I'm not saying don't ever go back to New Zealand and have a fight, but no, build your name a little bit. You know, he's still young. You know, build his name a little bit here or in the UK, and then probably an in between, stay busy fight. He can probably go back to New Zealand and get a fight there, probably against Australian or something like that. But if he wants to really get his name up there and stop having these guys, run away or not take the fight or say it's not enough money, he's going to have to get with another promotional company, either sign with somebody else or stay with Ducal Events, and they're going to have to cross promote and be the secondary promoter on the card, because just trying to host the event and have the event and run the event and you can't put the money up. This is we're taking steps backwards with Parker's career. So I don't, I like for a guy to keep his roots and stay home, but I think they're gonna have to do some cross promotions, man, or sign some type of exclusive deal with somebody and get somebody else to handle his career, because right now they just don't have the cachet. They don't have. He's too big for that market. We need to put him in a really good market. Maybe a Rock Nation, I'm not sure, but New York, LA, he's gonna have to be East Coast, West Coast, or right, in the UK, because staying in New Zealand is not going to cut it. Like I said, no disrespect to any of my New Zealanders out there, man. No disrespect to you guys, but if you want to see this guy grow and blossom and become a for real global sensation, he's going to have to come to the States, in my opinion. But some of you guys tell me what you feel. Do you think I'm off base with this? Do you think, hey man, he can get it done right here? We don't need America. We don't need the UK. Let me know what you think, but in my opinion, it's going to have to be a change in the game for Joseph Parker, man, because if not, guys are going to keep saying, hey, you didn't offer me enough. And then as fans, we're going to say, oh, guys are ducking them. But realistically, are they really offering guys? Are they lowballing guys to go out there? Because I think, I misreported this, but I've been saying they offered Lucas Brown a 3-fight deal for $1 million. But no, it was a 4-fight deal for $1 million. So is that to say that, hey man, we can't really give anybody more than 250 grand at a time? Because if that's the case, then some guys might not want to come over there. And yes, some guys probably only made $100,000 in their whole, in their last 12 fights put together. And Ducal Events might offer them $100,000 for one fight. They might turn that down because they know the star power of Joseph Parker, Anthony Joshua. You guys have. You can say whether or not if you think they're ready for a title shot, but as far as the star power and fans talking about these guys, is there. Trust me, I have a YouTube page, and my highest watched videos for heavyweights is when I'm talking about Joshua and Parker. And it wasn't by design, it just happened. I didn't know these guys had this many fans. It didn't happen by design. But you guys tell me what you think about this, man. Do you think he should stay with Ducal Events, or do you think they should need to team up with somebody else, or he should just sign with somebody else altogether? YTBC, I'm out.